I think they coming for my freedom. They wanna gun me Desert Eagle. A bunch of egos, I don't feed them. No, they gon' love me, then they leave them. I was playing on a C note. It made my baby bend down real low. Look at my sneakers, swear they real though. And NYC puffin' illegal. Yeah, you starting drama, I'm like, bitch, give me this. Another bitch, give me that. I got some problems with myself, I put that shit on the best. Boy, is you crying for some help, you better go and attack. You see them tugging on your belt, you put yourself on the map. Think I need Jesus.
Think that I need him, I know that I need him, I pray on my knees.
It's cold as freezer.
Cold as a freezer, I came in this world, I don't know how I'm
I don't
living.
believe him.
For the hoses in my finger, the pieces are coming
I don't believe you.
I never need them to want that.
I think they coming for my freedom.
You gonna bring that to NYC?
I'm bringing that shit. I'm bringing my whole percussion box.
I think they coming for my freedom.
Pull up, can't start, bitch. Canoga Park, that's that shit out the two-car garage. Check off the list, now I hit the Minaj. Never looking back on a bitch and that's that. I could do laps around underground rappers with double cup stack. You can take a step back if you're feeling like shit. Go work the night shift.
First things first, I've been up all night. Dip in reverse, brown piece on my side. Cook out the hearse, but I'd rather not die. Pull up the shows of my homies for life. Needing my shorty to drive. You feeling alright? We hit lots of keys for beans and the rice. Like every night.
Hey, Tro, fuck, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, ask all the questions you want, bro. Just know I don't have all the
Hey, yo, what's
answers.
the message?
All of these kids, I'm too over this shit. Think they all got it back.
Super Trash. Super Trash. Time to meet today's trash gamer. Some say he's here to save the day. Others say he's here to ruin it. Well, screw it. Keep it classy, stay trashy. There's no need to fear. Cadman is here!
Taking a look at the stats from this trash superhero, he comes in at a height of 5'9", 220 pounds, although he is working on it. His reach is the sky and beyond. He goes by Steve Nuts, Asshole, and most famously, the worst cousin ever. His special, you know, it wouldn't be him without making Sean hate him. His best stat, worst cousin ever, 24 years running. What a stat! And his motto, yo, this guy is a pussy, this is fucking whack, but let's play again.
Time to get to today's gameplay.
What's up, trash bags, and welcome back to the trashiest channel on the net. Sean's making that face because I just called him a pussy while we're waiting for the intro to end.
Shit while doing that too, but I'm pretty sure it didn't get picked up.
No, it didn't.
Of course not.
Alright, we're back here today for the first time in a couple years to do our NFL playoff bracket predictions. We did this a couple years ago, and it ended up being pretty fun. So we're back here again. To do the same thing. Let me put my light on here, and we'll get going. We get the first game in actually a couple minutes, so we're gonna pretty much do this as like a quick stream.
Do some quick analysis, you know, get the analytics going.
There we go. All right. So first of all, we're gonna start off with Buffalo and Indy. Sean, give me your thoughts. How's the game gonna go?
Well, I think Buffalo will have this if they play how they have been for like the past 3 weeks or so. Like they're just completely blowing out teams like left and right. But Indy's defense is still pretty good, but I think they're getting a little more suspects as the weeks go on. As they almost let the Jaguars come back, and they had fucking Mike Glennon as quarterback. And it's a big difference between that and Josh Allen with Diggs and Beasley and all the other weapons he has. So I mean, I think Buffalo has this in the bag.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot closer than we expect. I think Indy's got a great team. Philip Rivers is obviously like Brissett, so he can hold his own. I think in terms of a big game, I mean, he hasn't gotten to the spot yet where he needs to be. But still, Philip Rivers, they get a good defense. Buffalo is just a different animal, so I'm going to say Buffalo is going to be moving on to face KC. No, not KC.
No, not KC.
Buffalo's going to be moving on to play the higher seed of the other 4 teams. So we'll put Buffalo in our 3 spot here. 2 spot.
If you gotta rely on Philip Rivers and his shock put passes, and I mean that goes for you, man. But
no, I think it'll be a good game. I just don't think Indy has enough yet. So going Buffalo. All right, moving on. Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
I think this is gonna be close than most people think because Big Ben, you don't know which one you're gonna get from him. You're gonna get the turnover machine, or you're just gonna get the guy that gets all these touchdowns and yards. And I think the Browns may get their number this week. I think their defense is not as great as the Steelers' defense, but like I think they can handle like Big Ben's offense. I think the running game for the Browns is pretty insane with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and I think it's going to be a problem because I don't think they're going to throw it that much with the Steelers' secondary being as good as it is. They'll probably do like a couple play action passes here and there, then get that going, maybe get some completions downfield. Other than that, it's not going to rely on Baker Mayfield. It's going to be on the running game for this one. I think the Browns may be able to pull it out on this one.
This one's a tough one. This is going to be a really good game. Pittsburgh's been really struggling, and they haven't used Claypool as much. When they use Claypool, they're really, really good, but for some reason they just took him out in the past couple weeks, and their offense has struggled. They do have a really good defense. I use them in fantasy all year. In the Cleveland side, the coach is out because of COVID. A lot of the players are just getting back from COVID-related concerns or having COVID themselves.
Right.
So this is a toss-up for me. We get a struggling Pittsburgh team versus a COVID-ridden Cleveland team.
Not a full-strength Browns team, but I mean, the thing with Pittsburgh though is the drops and passes.
This is a tough one for me. I'm gonna go with the way Pittsburgh's struggling. I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, but they could shock us though. I mean,
which would then put them at Buffalo, right? Yep, Cleveland at Buffalo, because they would be. Oh no, Cleveland is. I thought they said 3. No, they would be the lowest, so they'd be at KC.
We're playing Kansas City.
All right, so we'd have KC versus Cleveland. Now to see who Buffalo's facing, we got Tennessee and Baltimore.
This is a revenge game. Last year, we all know Derrick Henry basically just ran over every team he went up against, including us, the Patriots, and pretty much just destroyed everyone up until Kansas City. But I think it's going to be a little different this time. I think their defense, the Ravens defense, got a tad bit better than last year. They got a better linebacking core and all that, but Ryan Tannehill has kind of proven himself that he's not just some game manager either. He can toss it downfield. He can do everything. He threw like over 30+ touchdowns this year, and he's pretty damn good. Then you get Derrick Henry, a 2,000-yard rusher. I think this offense is going to be pretty unstoppable on paper, but you never know. There could be some bunch of mistakes that would be happening against that defense. Lamar Jackson, it wasn't his best year this year. I mean, he did okay. He doesn't really have the receivers that can go toe to toe with guys like AJ Brown and all that. Like they can't be matching points like that. And I think, but the thing is that the Titans defense is it's pretty damn bad. Like they have no pass rush. Their secondary gets torched by like anyone that's not like some bottom like feeder tier team. So if you have like a decent receiving core, you should be able to throw on them. Because you'll have all the time in the world because there's no pass rush. Um, Other than that, I mean, they could play better. I guess it's the playoffs. They could just elevate to a different height. But in the end, I think the Titans will edge it out because they have a slightly better offense.
I'm also going Titans. I like their offense. Derrick Henry's an animal. Baltimore is, it's not the same defense it was or used to be in years past. Lamar Jackson basically has, Andrews and Brown to throw to. And that's really only anyone worried. That's the only people anyone worried about is those two right there.
Right.
They got that, like multiple headed running back monster, that if you could call it a monster. I mean, they're all pretty good. But I just don't see, even with Lamar Jackson, his talent, he hasn't had the best year, although they have been torching it up the past couple weeks.
Yeah, but you gotta see who they're facing though. They faced not Cleveland. They faced the Bengals when they got all those 400 yards of rushing.
Yeah.
Then they also faced the Giants, which is again bottom feeder.
Yeah, for this one, I gotta go Tennessee. I gotta put them against Buffalo, and and see how that goes down there. But I think Sean and I are on the same page so far with this divisional round. Before we get into the conference, we're gonna go over to the wild card for NFC. Who you got for Chicago and the Saints?
You might think I'm crazy for this, but I think Chicago may make the upset here. Because think about it, New Orleans. Every time they went to the playoffs in the wild card, they always shit the bed. Somehow, in some way, they always just shit the bed against like teams that they should easily beat. Like last year, the Vikings. 2017, the Vikings. 2018, the Rams. They easily should have just been able to beat them on paper, but as you can see, that's not what happened. Drew Brees, he kind of struggles against passing down the field. He kind of just, what everyone says Tom Brady does, dink and dunk all the time. What's it called? And I think Trubisky's he got a little better as ever since he lost to Green Bay. He's been winning. He's been doing pretty good statistically. David Montgomery's been doing pretty damn good himself as a running back. Chicago's defense hasn't really been playing like at its best. I think they're not as good as they were before. But I think that defense could handle Drew Brees because he's not mobile. I'm not sure if Mike Thomas is playing. Not sure if he
I don't know if he is. I was about to ask you that.
I don't know if he is either. But if he is, I mean, that could be a problem because I mean the slants, and that's pretty much it. What's it called? Alvin Kamara. I mean, he's pretty much the offense. As long as you key in on him, I mean, you pretty much could get the game done. So I think the Bears could upset it.
I'm going the Saints on this one. I can't trust Trubisky. You can't trust Trubisky in a spot like this. He's just so bad. I know he's been, good or average over the past couple weeks, but you can't trust Trubisky. And that Saints defense, once they reach that level of hype, they do give up a lot of points, but once they reach that level of hype, they are keyed in. And they could turn a game around. So with Drew coming back from his injury, I'd see him getting a slow start. But this is Drew Brees. We can't pick Trubisky over Drew Brees and Sean Payton, who've been here. I know they got screwed over in the Rams game, the Vikings game. This fucking idiot should have made the tackle. They just had a couple of unlucky things not go their way. I'm going the Saints in this one.
I mean, on paper, it should be the Saints, but I think something's gonna mess them up somehow. I mean, Allen Robinson, he's doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, they do have Allen Robinson, and they do have some good receivers. Jimmy Graham has stepped up for them a little bit, but I don't know, man. I can't go against Breeze.
I don't know. I mean, if you're doing just like 2-3 yard dump offs every time, I mean, it's not gonna do it for you every time. They're gonna get that going. We'll see.
So we got the Saints. I got the Saints moving on. Sean is doing his own bracket in his head, so he's got the Bears moving on. But for the stream, we're just gonna go on the ones that I'm doing. And then next we got Seattle Rams.
This all depends of if Jared Goff plays.
What's up, Diamond?
I mean, that's tough. I mean, the Seahawks, I don't know if you've been seeing them. They've been struggling heavily on offense. And it's really the defense has kind of just been...
Wait a minute, why isn't Jared Goff going to play?
Because he has a broken thumb.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So they're gonna
who's their backup? Bortles?
No.
Where the fuck is he?
I think he's in Denver again.
Oh, okay.
On practice squad. No, they have like some fucking accountant playing quarterback or some shit. And he beat the Cardinals, so I mean, there's that. But Seattle's a little different. But I think this Rams defense has been like tearing it up like all this year, really. And I think they can handle Russell Wilson, but it really just depends on what Seattle offense they're going with, though. Because if it's the one from the beginning of this year, it may be a little different. But the one that's been going on like the past month or so, I don't know about that because Wilson hasn't really been doing a whole lot besides like the San Fran game, but that's about it. You're saying?
I'm gonna go. I gotta go Seattle here.
I might go Rams.
Metcalf, Lockett. I as good as the defense is for the Rams.
Ramsey has his number, man. Jalen Ramsey can easily cover Metcalf.
I don't think so. I don't.
He did though. He did though.
Yeah, but
he locked him down.
This is the playoffs. Like, I just trust. I just think Seattle's gonna move on. I just don't think the Rams. I think Jared Goff shits his pants in big games. I don't. And even if it's not Jared Goff, I don't trust that quarterback in a big game like this.
But you also got to factor in that Seattle's pass defense is kind of trash. Like
yeah, their whole defense is trash.
like anyone can run on them, throw on them. So I mean, that's the thing you got to put in consideration.
For me, I'm gonna put Seattle down here against the Saints, and Sean's gonna put the Rams up against Green Bay. Actually, no. He's got Chicago and Green Bay. The Rams are awaiting the opponent of Washington, Tampa Bay for him. Now we get on to that. Washington, Tampa Bay.
All right. I mean...
Hold on one sec.
All right.
Hello? Yeah, one sec. I'm just finishing up like a small stream for the playoffs. Give me one sec. All right. What were you saying?
All right. So I think it's gonna be kind of obvious, although there could be an upset, but I don't think so. It's gonna be Tampa Bay taking this out.
Yeah, I don't even need to. I don't even need to elaborate on this. We already know.
Tampa Bay's offense has been on sync for the past like 3 weeks or so. They've been tearing it up. Washington's only strength is defense, and other than that, they just are mediocre at offense. And I think Tampa's defense is good enough to where they can stop them. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I think Tampa's got to get this in the bag. It'd be a shame if they didn't.
Yeah, I'm not even. I don't even have anything to say. There's nothing you could say there. All right. In terms of my bracket, we got KC versus Cleveland.
KC versus Cleveland. Okay. I gotta go with KC on this one because it's that offense is stupidly good, and I hate the fact that they're good.
Yeah,
but,
I hate them.
And KC's defense isn't always the best. But come playoff time, it always seems like they just get fucking better somehow. And I think they can stop the Cleveland's offense. But like I said, that running game that Cleveland's got going on is a little different. But in the end, I gotta give this to Kansas City's offense. They're gonna probably outscore them by a lot.
Yeah, I'm moving them on as well. Diamond also says nice chair.
Thank you.
All right, then we got Buffalo, Tennessee.
All right, so this matchup already happened this year, and Tennessee kind of just blew the doors off them. But I think it's gonna be a little different this time. I think Buffalo's gonna make it. I think Josh Allen's gotten a little better as time progressed this season. Like he's not like turning it over a lot and just like doing his thing. They don't really Buffalo doesn't really have a run game. It's kind of just Josh Allen running it. And then sometimes you'll get like Zach Moss. That's kind of it for that. But like you can't stop. Like it seems like no one can stop Diggs and Cole Beasley and all them. So and again, Tennessee's defense is kind of trashed, kind of like Seattle's. So it'll be a shootout most likely because Tennessee's offense is just as good. So it'll be a shootout, but I think Buffalo will edge it out on this one.
I got Tennessee. I'm a big Tennessee fan this year. I don't know. I just like the running game, the passing game. I just think they got the mixture of a team that's playoff ready. Yeah, and you know, as much as Buffalo's been good, I don't know. I think something's gonna go wrong for them at some point. I said I help you.
That.
No, there's still stuff in the car.
All right, I'll go get it.
You done?
No, in a second. I'll take your keys and go.
Okay.
But yeah, I get Tennessee moving on against KC. In terms of NFC, we got Seattle, New Orleans.
That's gonna be tough. That'll be a good matchup, but I could see New Orleans getting that win though over Seattle, just because, like I said, that defense is not gonna help them with anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I got the Saints moving on as well. And I don't know. I just don't think Seattle can handle Kamara. And I think the Saints defense can weather the storm of Seattle's offense.
Yep.
And then we got a big one: Tampa Bay versus Green Bay. The matchup everyone always wants: Rodgers versus Brady. Who you got?
I mean, they already face each other this year, and Tampa Bay just destroyed them. Might be a little different than whatever they got before. I think they won.
Is Evans out?
No,
Okay.
he's actually gonna be playing this week.
Okay.
So they're gonna, although Evans could probably be a decoy. I mean, you still got Antonio Brown, Gronk, Chris Godwin. The running game has been doing pretty damn good, and Green Bay's defense against the run is awful. Because they let everyone run on them, so that's gonna be tough. Because you got Fournette and Ronald Jones.
You don't gotta convince me. Yeah, they're moving on.
Yep.
I just don't think Green Bay, as good as they've been, as good as Rodgers has been, I don't see them having the weapons to go up against Tampa in a shootout. You know, they have Adams.
Yep,
Adams is a beast, but it's not like they have Adams, Jordy Nelson, you know, fucking Randall Cobb. It's not that offense anymore.
Nope. I mean, they have Aaron Jones, but I mean, like Tampa Bay's run defense is like at least top 3.
It's gonna be a good one, but I got Tampa moving on.
All right.
I would have gone to get it.
We're gonna fucking leave it in the car.
She's definitely mad at me now.
Pissed.
Sean said stop being pissed.
I'm not. I'm independent.
Oh,
I don't need you.
Wow. Wow, she said she's single.
I'm independent.
Wow. Just like that.
All right, so conference championship, KC, Tennessee.
Well, this is going to be a rematch from last year if we're going off of this bracket. I think Tennessee got a lot better on offense where they can match KC's offense, but like I said, Tennessee's defense is not good. But KC doesn't have a Derrick Henry though. I mean, they got Pat Mahomes, but like I think Tannehill could match him potentially. As dumb as that sounds, he could match him. And I think Derrick Henry will just probably run over that defense. I might go with the Titans on this one.
I'm glad you said that because I'm going the Titans too. I believe in them this year, man. They
think they could pull it off.
Let's put them. All right, so I'm gonna hold off because they could be the bottom as well as New Orleans, or they could be the top if We go Tampa Bay. So Tampa
Right.
Bay, New Orleans.
Fucking A. I mean, New Orleans blew these guys out twice this year. I mean, that's gonna be tough. Because Brady struggled immensely against them on defense.
But it's playoff Tom. It's playoff Tom.
This is playoff Tom Brady. That's a totally different animal right there.
I'm moving on Tampa Bay. I cannot go against playoff Tom. Against unlucky Saints.
28-3. The Kansas City shootout. I can't go against Tom, man. I know it sounds biased, but it's like New Orleans has it all. Like they have it going, but I think Tom might edge it out right here. It might be they'll win. This win will actually matter instead of the regular season.
Well, what a fucking weird Super Bowl we have created here. At least I have created here. I don't know if yours would have. You could tell me if yours would have ended like this, but Titans versus Bucks.
I think the crazy thing is, since it's going to be in Tampa Bay, I mean, it's a home game automatically to Tampa. So I think Tampa's going to edge this out. Just because that offense, when it's on just on all cylinders, it's just gonna destroy every team that they go up against. Tennessee ain't gonna match that like that. I mean, they already faced KC, which is kind of similar, but just like this is Tom Brady in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl. But then again, we've said that before when he had Randy Moss, Wes Welker, and all them, and they lost. But I think this will be a little different.
Hear me out. Tennessee defense is trash.
It is. It's absolutely garbage.
Tampa Bay has all these weapons.
Yep.
Tennessee has Derrick Henry, AJ Brown.
This is against the top tier rush defense. I mean,
I get a little bit of bias here. I do not want Tom to win another ring with any other team. I also feel like with all of Tom's struggles and the Bucs struggles throughout the season against like good to above average teams, I'm gonna do it. Tennessee Titans.
Tampa. I'm taking Tampa.
I got Tennessee Titans winning in Tampa against the Bucs as
With an upset.
Super Bowl. What are we? 50 what? 55?
55.
Super Bowl 55 champions, Tennessee Titans.
But you're gonna bet against Tom Brady?
I am betting against Tom Brady. I'm betting against Patrick Mahomes. I'm betting against Drew Brees.
How many people have done that? The whole Atlanta Falcons bench thought that. Oh, we're gonna easily destroy Brady, no problem. And guess what? They lost.
I don't trust his coach. I don't trust
Arians. Arians is trash. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like
I don't trust the coach to make the right decisions down the stretch.
If Brady is making the play calls on offense, they're gonna win.
I don't trust the coach. I don't trust the coordinator. They're gonna fuck it up for him. I could already see it. Tennessee's got Vrabel. They got good camaraderie. They got Derrick Henry. They got AJ Brown, Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith. I don't know. I got Tennessee winning. So
I can see it, but it's just like I don't know, man. I mean, it's Tom Brady.
All right, let's do this. You fill out your bracket whenever you can.
Yep.
Whoever gets the most right, or the closest to it, or whatever, we'll say the most wins.
Yep.
We'll set a wager at a later point.
Okay.
But this is my bracket right here, so we'll see. It started already. We got one game going right now. What is it? Indy Buffalo.
Indy and Buffalo. Yep.
All right, so we'll see. But thank you guys for being here for the short stream. Just wanted to do this today. It's fun doing this. We might do it again next year. We'll see. Other than that, Sean, we got anything to say?
Go Browns.
Shut the fuck up. As always, guys, stay trashy. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Introduce you to us so you can see super trash gamers. We the STG, yeah, you know we got rolling CC311 cat. Door Bandit, he the BDB. War Eagle with the 6x3. Last little J, he the tiny PP. If you think we suck, I'd have to agree. STG. Yeah. It's a wrap.